So in the book, Curveball, you talk about 2010 and the Giants winning the World Series and you being left off the World Series roster and rooting against your team. This is fascinating to me because I've always believed this with athletes. Athletes are so competitive that when they're injured or they're out, there's a small part of them that's rooting against their team, and you're admitting it. What was it like going through that? What was it like being left off that roster? And were you sitting there actually like actively rooting against your team?
You know what? I mean, I'm just going to be honest. This is a phenomenon that does happen. You're right. In pro sports. I mean, because here's the thing. In college, it's rah-rah, right? Top of the, front of the dugout, here we are, we're a team. And then you go into pro ball and you become an independent contractor. And you like best friends with your buddy, but then he gets called up to AA, right? And then so now you look at the big leagues, is like, let's say two guys are best friends. One of them gets the job, one goes to AAA. One's financial situation is much different than the others. And then that starts to get weird with the relationship, right? So that's just kind of the nature of pro sports, like you said. So, yeah, I mean, I was hoping that, again, my ego was in control, chasing women, buying cars and mansions and all that. And so I'm thinking, if they can lose this, it proves they don't need me. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that they lose. And also I was so miserable being in the dugout watching them, But when Bochy told me in 2010, hey, we're going to go to the playoffs and we got to take our top 4 guys. And I'm sorry, like, why don't you just go home, regroup, and come back in spring training? I was like, dude, Boch, like, I've been working my whole life for a World Series. How am I going to go home right now? Like, I can I at least stay and work out in case someone gets hurt? So I'm like fighting to just stay as a bench warmer. Yeah. And he let me, and it was cool. But yeah, I mean, I was miserable, man. I mean, my boys were out there doing what I always dreamed and trying to act, happy in the champagne celebrations as we advanced every round, and trying to hide in my locker most days and pull my hoodie over. And I mean, it was a nightmare, man.
Did you ever catch yourself accidentally rooting for the other team, like in the dugout?
Like fist pumping?
Yeah, that would be like just forgetting where you are for a second.
No, man, no. But you'd be amazed how many guys I've come across in the years that have shared with that's just a phenomenon.
I think it's common across pro
honesty.
Sports. Like we were talking to Gordon Hayward a while ago when he got hurt, and he was talking about watching the Celtics compete in the postseason. I think most real competitors, a lot of them won't admit it, but deep down inside, they all have that feeling. Like, if I'm not going to be there, then fuck you, Like, I want to be out there helping my team. I want a World Series. So I don't think there's anything unusual about it, except for the fact that you're openly talking about it.